I'll be completely honest with you. Had you told me that this deck would top a regional this weekend, I almost 100% would have laughed at your face and been like, nah, this deck is incredibly terrible. But I'm eating my words right now. So evidently, what is up, guys? I'm cool for to hear. This deck finished third place at some random ass. I don't have much of a report on this other than Italian Yugioh posted it. It was piloted by J Brick. Just to elaborate, I feel like that name is just Brickin', but that's just me. It was a 322 man event. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know what any of this stuff does, but we're going to go through this and we're going to analyze this deck because that's what I like doing these profiles for. So as I said, thank you Italian Yugioh for getting this information out. Not too damn bad. He finished third place, which means this man finished X1 out of 8 rounds of Swiss. First and second rounds were True Draco. His third round was Elementsaber. Round 4 was Spiral. 5 and 6 were Pendulum FTK. Round 7 was Mech Knight Invoked. And round 8 was Pendulum. Which means this man got the whole meta experience all in one day, except for maybe ABC, but do we really give a fuck about ABC at this point in time? This man finished third place. Let that sink in. Third place with Elemental Sabers. Well, Robbie, you're just underestimating the deck. You're not a true duelist. Well, here's the thing. I didn't actually think that we would see this deck incorporating the whole Dragon Ravine Distrudo engine. And I should have realized this, but lo and behold me. Field spell decks, well, one thing goes right with them and one thing goes right with them. You guys know what we have? We have Ancient Fairy Dragon. Of course, Dragon Ravine, and this would kind of come up. Here's the thing. I'm assuming that this deck revolves around the Axis. Turbo Field Spell, don't really care. Set up your day and go for it. And I'll be honest with you, looking at the core of this deck, this and Moulin Glacia are going to be your most expensive cards that you have to get in the main deck. You can argue for these 5 cards in the side deck. It is what it is. But for the most part, this is a budget player's wet dream in terms of a concept. And if you want to get on top of the game and pick this stuff up, the only thing you're going to be shilling out money for is Mulu. And there's a reason why Mulu's in here, because this card is still insanely overpowered, but J Brick over here did phenomenally well with this, and oh man, cheers my man, you deserve this. So I'm gonna go through here, we're gonna look at this deck, and then we're gonna talk about the cards. So 3 Ash Blossom, yep, that's right, 3. 2 copies of Distrudo. I personally felt that this was kind of heavy, but I think having 2 is fine in terms of the combo ability for what you need to do. I don't see any real reason to play more than this, and 1 kind of feels a little bit not enough if anything happens to it. 3 copies of Elementsaber Aina, triple copies of Lapulia, triple Lapulia Mana, of course, the 6-star. Let's see here, triple Elementsaber Makani, 2 copies of Malo, and triple copies of Mohelu, and 1 Mermere. I feel like this right here is the reason why this deck did anything. If I know my strategies, like I think I know my strategies, this guy right here was the reason why this deck did shit. Just saying. 1 Moon Glacia and 1 Phosphorusage, the Elemental Lord. And then we have 3 Dragon Ravine, triple Palace of the Emperor Lords, triple Desires, triple Terraforming, and triple Elemental Training. The extra deck down here, 1 Trisbania, 1 Saruja, 1 Proxy Dragon, 2 Link Spider, 2 Isolde. I was thinking about this and I was like, why is he playing this? It's to search for the warrior. Like, this is good tech right here. 1 Decode, 1 Borreload, 1 Utopia of the Lightning, and 1 Utopia. 1 Yazi, 1 FA Down Dragster. This is actually another interesting tech choice I saw in this. So this gains 300 attack times its level. Attacks defense when a monster gets piercing. Each time an FA or effect is activated, increase this card's level by 1. Okay. Once per turn, when your opponent activates a spell, trap card, or effect, and reduces this card's level by 2. If you do, negate that activation if you do destroy it. Seems pretty good. 1 Black Rose and 1 Ancient Fairy Dragon. And then the side deck, triple Ghost Ogre, triple Cosmic Cyclone, 1 Raigeki, triple Evenly, 2 Infinite Impartants, and triple Solemn. So pretty basic. Now, if I remember, I thought this field spell was really bad. So all monsters you control gain attack and defense equal to the number of different attributes in your graveyard times 200. Okay. Then once per turn, you can add 1 Elemental Saber from your deck to your hand, but skip the battle phase of your next turn, even if this card leaves the field. Okay, that was the part that we were always like, why do we play this garbage? Well, turn 1 evidently setting up is pretty good in this deck. Once per turn, if an Elemental Saber in your hand or field would send a card from the hand to the graveyard or activate an effect, you can send that many Elemental Sabers from your deck to the graveyard instead. That's an interesting line. So we have a Rhoda, we have increased stat buffs, and to top things off, we have the ability to, anything that would send from the hand to the graveyard, I can send from my deck to the graveyard. Okay, so what are we looking at for these monsters here? Elemental Saber, Ina. Once per turn, you can send 1 Elemental Saber from your hand to the graveyard. Target 1 Elemental Saber monster except for Ina or Elemental Lord monster that has been properly summoned in your graveyard. Special summon ignoring those summoning conditions. Then once per turn, if this card is in your graveyard, you declare 1 attribute. This card comes an attribute. So this gives me revival, and I can bring back an Elemental Lord. Lapulia. So once per turn, when a spell or trap card is activated, I can send an Elemental Saber from my hand to the graveyard. This thing, okay, God, these things mill off. Okay. Once per turn, if this card is in your graveyard, it can switch attributes. Okay, so far we have, okay. Elemental Saber, Lapulia, Mana. You can send 2 other monsters from your hand to the graveyard, so summon this card from your hand. If an Elemental Saber would send cards from your hand to the graveyard to activate an effect. Alright. And then, once per turn, apply the following effects. Earth and Wind cannot be destroyed by battle. Oh god, cannot be destroyed by effects. Alright, this thing's good. I assume it's an effect to special summon this guy, so it mills off of this. Makani. Once per turn, send 1 Elemental Saber from your hand to the graveyard. Add 1 Elemental Saber Elemental Lord from your deck to your hand. Alright, cool. You get to mill from the deck, so this is free. Malo. Once per turn, send 1 Elemental Saber from hand to the graveyard. Send 1 Elemental or Elemental Lord from your deck to the graveyard. Okay. And then Mahalo, you can send 1 Elemental from your hand to the graveyard, then target 1 face of monster on the field. Change to face down defense mode. Switch for attributes. Does this thing, damn. This adds Mulan Glacia from my deck to my hand for free. So I think I can Mulu my opponent on turn 1. Alright. And then, of course, Mulu, burn 2 from your opponent's hand. Let's see here. By having exactly 5 lights in your graveyard, destroy all monsters your opponent controls. Okay, so this is a fucking board wipe. Alright. And then Elemental Training. Your opponent cannot target Palace of the Emperor Lords with card effects. Also cannot be destroyed by card effects. Once per turn, tribute 1 monster. Special summon 1 Elemental Saber from your deck with a different original attribute than that monster. Send this face-up card from your field to the graveyard. Discard your entire hand, then add Elemental Sabers from your graveyard to your hand equal to the number of cards discarded. Maybe I was wrong about this. Maybe skipping your battle phase isn't so bad. Maybe the entire concept of breaking the board was the way that you needed to go with this deck. Because I'm seeing Mare combo ability out my butthole here. All you gotta do is just get this thing on the field, and we don't even really care about Mare. Like, that's fine. Like, at the end of the day, like, sure. But this sets up half of this extra deck down here just to get into Saruja, just to get you further into your combo pieces. And to top things off, being able to get these out as fast as you can and do this, and just toggling so all of your effects are incredibly free. Yeah, that's pretty goddamn good value, all wrapped up nicely in a little bundle saying, fuck you, my opponent. I mean, this is interesting. I like the concept. I like where this is going. But what do you guys think? This is, I definitely like the fact that, fucking Yazi. Fucking Mare. Like, Yazi effect, kill itself. When this card you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, and so summon one wyvern monster from your deck. Once again, it's all about Mare. Literally, Destrudo, go Mare, kill anything your opponent does. Float into Mare. We did it. Well, this wraps up the deck profile. I'm very, very impressed with this. I'm gonna go pick up my Elementsaber stuff now just to have it. What do you guys think? Leave a comment down below. And that's all I got, guys. New Serena. Remember, Mare is a good card.